Hello and welcome to the Arena Open Day 1. I'm Paul Cheon, and this is going to be my very first attempt for this event. Hopefully I'm gonna only have to fire one entry here to try to make Day 2. And the nice thing about this event, if you make it into Day 2, well, that gives you the chance at winning $2,000 in Day 2 of the event. So if I hit 7 wins before I hit 3 losses, I get to Day 2, where after potentially 2 drafts, I can win up to $2,000. Now, I'll explain kind of what the stakes are in Day 2. Ideally, I make Day 2 after this first attempt, but we will see. Now, before this sealed does open, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to purchase anything through tcgplayer.com, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, if you are in the market for premium Magic the Gathering supplies or products, check out heavyplay.com. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, among a variety of other premium quality products. Make sure you check them out, heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first purchase. All right, heading in, 25,000. I don't want to set that as my default. Let's open some booster packs. Lots of rares. Okay, that's 9 rares, and, well, I'm green. I'm definitely green. Double Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. This card's fine. 6 mana, XX Vigilance, Reach. So it's just a very, very large body. It self-mills, puts you a bunch of lands into play. It's not insane, but it's fine. It's a fine finisher. Then we have a couple of interesting blue cards. Kitsa is a totally fine looter. Mockingbird is pretty decent. Starfall Invocation is a fantastic rare. You could basically get to Wrath and then just keep one creature after you give them a card. Actually, all these rares are pretty good. So let's go take a look at our colors to see which one I'm going to pair most likely my green with. Green just being the best color, I think it's going to be pretty unlikely that we end up not playing green. So taking a look at our white here. Oops. We have access to a Life Creed Duo, a Sonar Strike, Worn Elder, Banishing Light. White doesn't seem especially deep. We do have the Starfall Invocation. Moving into blue, which is, the worst color in the set. Very, very hard to go blue and sealed. We have Kitsa, Long River Lurker, if we have a lot of green enter the battlefield effects. Mind Whisker, Pearl of Wisdom, couple of duos, Spellgyre, Mind Spiral, and a Mockingbird. Blue's okay. It's better than usual, but ideally I also don't have to go blue. Moving into black, which is one of my favorite colors in the entire format, we have the Orator, Fell, Saver. Saver's fantastic. Double Harbinger, great at blocking. Combat Trick in Scales of Shale. Hazel's Nocturne, which is very good in sealed deck. Intimidator, Early Winter, Glide Dive Duos, and Wick. So black, it's not insane, but it's got enough playable cards along with some decent 2-mana removal, where I do think black is a very, very viable option. And then red, we have Emberheart Challenger, Rabid Gnaw, Agate Assault has removal, Alania's Pathmaker, and a couple of Quake Tusk Boars. Red doesn't seem especially strong or deep. And then taking a look at our green, we have the Recruit, the Duo, Cash Grab. Ooh, the mythic uncommon of the entire set in Hunter's Talent. Extremely happy about that. If we do end up having enough squirrels, the Honored Dray Leader can be nice. Double Poliwop and double Lumra. We'll note that green is actually not as deep as it normally is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green cards. Okay, let's take a look at our multicolor cards. We have a Moonrise Cleric, which is good in black-white. Starseer Mentor, which is good in black-white. Ren the Relentless, which is fantastic. And probably worth the splash if I have the mana fixing. Lily Splash Mentor, Wanderscale Mentor. We have a Fountain Port Bell and a Patchwork Banner also for mana fixing. So very, very likely to play that. And let's try to figure out where we want to start with this draft, or with this sealed rather. All right, well, let's take a look at the black, which felt like the deepest. Wick the World-Minded is obviously way, way better if you have rats. So if you want it to be blue-black, for example, that's where it would really stand out. But I'm just going to put all the black cards here. It's just fairly deep if you look at it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe one of these 6, maybe one of these 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'd be pretty surprised if we don't end up playing black just on the sheer depth of the color. Red seems fairly bad. And like I mentioned before, green also doesn't seem especially good. And I don't have really any great uncommons that are green either, or multicolor cards. Excuse me, I don't have any good green multicolor cards. There's a couple of good black-white cards, and then Vren the Relentless, which is just a very, very good card. For green, we have the Poliwalps, Paw Patch Recruit. I don't really like the Sunshower Druid unless I'm pairing it in blue, and I have a lot of ways to bounce things. Otherwise, I don't think it's particularly great. And also, the Honor Dray Leader doesn't seem especially good here either, just because I just don't have a whole lot of squirrels. But I'm at least going to lay this out and see kind of what this looks like after cleaning it up very quick. Okay, so this is what we have here. This deck doesn't look particularly exciting. I don't have a whole lot of squirrels and food for the Dray Leader. Our curve is kind of terrible. We have basically three threes and 2 2s. We do have a Fel and a Saver as things to do early, but I am a little bit concerned that this deck just doesn't play to the board very quickly, and I feel like I might get run over. And like I said, Lumra is fine, but not an absolute bomb. So, you know, I think this is certainly playable, but my only concern is just green isn't particularly deep. I wish I had more green cards, but I just don't. We have Double Harbinger, which goes really, really well in black-white decks in general, because I do have the Moonrise Cleric. I have a Starseer Mentor here. And then looking at white, we have a Life Creed Duo as additional ways to gain life. And then we have a Sonar Strike. And then, of course, the white also has access to the Wrath, which is extremely powerful. It gives us access to a much better mana curve with Duo, Double Nettle Guard, Warren Elder, and Sonar Strike. So that's 5 2-drops that we can play as well. So I'm going to lay out the black-white deck here. And another thing that I'm interested in here is a potential blue-black deck. The reason why I like a potential blue-black deck is, well, blue has a lot of deck manipulation. We have Mind Whisker, which I really like. Kitsa is quite nice, especially with Fel and Saver. And then I have Mockingbird as well, which is pretty good. The only concern with a blue-black deck is just lack of ways to close out games. But that's kind of the other place that I'm looking. But first, I'm going to take a look at the black-white deck and see how much I like that color combination. So this is what I have for a black-white deck. And like I mentioned before, I am a big, big fan of the mana curve of this deck. We have 5 2-drops along with Sonar Strike, Fel, and Saver, giving us 8 things to do on turn 2. And then on turn 3, we have the same, we still have 3 3-drops, but I think just having access to all these 2s is really, really nice. And then we have a bunch of powerful 4s. Wax Wayne Witness is probably decent here. I probably want to play that over the Thornplate Intimidator. Maybe this is something that can go. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I kind of like playing a bunch of removal, but some combination of this looks really, really solid to me. Patchwork Banner is quite nice just because we have a lot of bats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bats in our deck. So with access to a Wrath, a Vren, and a Mockingbird, I do think that this is one of the front runners here. I don't think this deck is worse, if any, if at all, again, compared to the green. And let's take a look at blue-black and as our kind of last configuration here. All right, so this is what the blue-black deck looks like. It doesn't look particularly impressive. Blue cards in general are just so weak. Like Kitsa is fine, but I don't really have anything in blue that's amazing. Mind Whisker is okay, but I think blue just doesn't give me a whole lot, given the fact that Mockingbird and Vren are basically just splashable anyways. So I don't know that this is kind of what I want to do here. I think black-white has more synergies and gives me access to the Wrath, which I do think is quite strong. So I'm going to go revisit my other configurations again because I just don't really like the look of this. All right, going back to the black-green deck, my only concern is that this is just really, really clunky. I can probably play like maybe one of these and something like that. And then we can probably play 16 lands and a bell. So this would be the deck, and the deck looks fine, right? We have powerful cards in the Hunter's Talent and the Paw Patch Recruit and the Lumra, but double Polywop, I have no frogs. This gives me, depending on where I cast Mockingbird, up to 7 4-drops. I'm not playing to the board at all. And it's really, really important in this format to play to the board, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case in sealed deck. Like, I'm okay playing all of these cards. It's just how happy am I with them is the question. And like I said, just the biggest concern here is the fact that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures to play on the first 3 turns of the game. And I just don't think that that's enough. I do have a Fel and a Saver. So I don't know. The thing is, I always like to lean towards being proactive, even in sealed decks. So as powerful as the green cards are, and they are, believe me that they are, right? Because I love Hunter's Talent, the Lumra, and the Paw Patch Recruit. Like, these are all just cards I'm very, very happy putting in my deck. If I had like 3 more green playables, like a 3-tree Root Weaver and whatever, the Squirrel that gets me a land, or the Food that gets me a land, just anything like that, I would consider it. But I do think I like the look of the black-white deck just a little bit better. So why don't we move over to that again and lay that out? Because I also really like the multicolor card there, and see what this looks like again. Okay, so this is, I think, what I want to go for my final configuration after weighing out all my options. And like I said, the reason being is I really do like the fact that I can win games just by curving out. Right, I have 5 2-mana creatures, and just by putting... The thing is, when you have a game plan where you put pressure on your opponent, it just completely changes the... Like, when you put your opponent on the back foot, it just makes winning a lot easier in a lot of different ways. So I do like this. One note is, I feel like this works. I'm going to confirm it with some friends, but Starfall Invocation plus Vren. So I'm thinking that if I cast Starfall Invocation with Vren in play and give them a gift, Vren dies, but then I return it back into play. This triggers at the end of turn. And when this happens with this in play, I think everything gets exiled. And then I make a million rats. I think that works. And if that works, that is an absolutely absurd combination. And that would be amazing. And then I could also play Scales of Shale as a combat trick, just because I don't have a whole lot. So maybe this is something that I want. So maybe I go something like Cut the Wick and play a Scales of Shale. Yeah, you know, I actually think I'm going to board out the Wick and play 1 copy of Scales of Shale just to make my deck a little more dynamic and have a few more tricks. And yeah, all right, so this is what we're going to do. This is a 16-land deck with a Bell and a Patchwork Banner. We have a fairly low curve. We have some bombs here in the Vren and also the Starfall Invocation with a good number of removal. Some synergies as well with the bat stuff, right? We have the Harbingers with some bats and then the Patchwork Banner. So hopefully this is enough to get it over, but it's not super powerful. But I do think this might have what it takes to get us there. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say, if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so, patreon.com/paulcheon. I want to give a special shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for all of your support. All right, we are on the play here. 3 Swamps, Order, Early Winter. I'm going to keep... I have a couple of white spells that I can't cast, but that's okay because I have something to do on turn 2. Plains would obviously be a great draw here. If I keep drawing regular lands, then I can just play the Early Winter. Patchwork Banner was obviously a fantastic draw. Also, Nettle Garden Sealed is probably a little better. Like, you probably just have more random enchantments and stuff to kill. Let's attack. Play Banner and name Bat. We just have by far the most bats in the deck. See where this goes. I could have also considered playing a second Hazel's Nocturne. I don't have a whole lot of self-mill though. And if you have a bunch of those in your opener, it does feel pretty awkward. 1 feels like the right number. This is definitely a deck though that would play something like a Dire Sight if I did have access to it. Let's attack. And then we're just going to play out the Witness next turn. All right. 3/5 bat. Should I be cutting one of these guards? I don't know. Like, I don't have a ton of ways to do the Valiant thing, but it's still just the two mana beater. But in a format that makes in a format with a bunch of tricks, maybe it's just not as good. We have access to 6 mana. I think I'm just going to attack with Waxwing Witness for now. Oh, they could have Crumb and Get It ahead of time, but anyways, I have the early winter here. It feels like they probably have a Crumb and Get It here, and maybe they want to block with the Strike Force, cast Crumb and Get It, make this indestructible. But then, of course, if they block and cast Crumb and Get It, then we can always just Sonar Strike in response, and then we can hold on to the early winter for a bigger, more relevant enchantment. Or permanent, rather. I'm not super interested. My mana's a little bit awkward, but I just feel like I just want to play the creature here instead. Okay, land for the turn for the opponent. What do I do if I draw a land? Oh, I should not have played the land. Wow. I guess there was... The reason why I played the land was because that way I can play both of these next turn if I draw a land. I'll take the unconditional removal spell here. Wow, that's unfortunate. Now I do want the second white source here. I guess the one thing with this black-green deck is the late game is a little bit weak. Or the black-white deck. I just don't have card flow, really. Okay. Gave a gift. I do have the order here, though. Okay, they are developing a nice little board here. Looks like they might just attack me with the flyers, though. Okay, drawing one too many lands here. Don't really have a great attack. I think I need to kill the Worn Elder here. Which doesn't feel great, but that's the only option. Did I just fall too in love with my mana curve? Maybe I should just go with power instead. This is the thing. I'm definitely not the best steel deck person. So that's kind of why I just... like, I am not a steel deck aficionado, if you will. This is unfortunate, but I think I have to do it. I just get one creature and then play the 3/5 Waxwing Witness. Yeah, I think the main way that my deck's supposed to win is just with my flyers. So I do have a couple of Glide Dive duos as well. And try to win that way. Like I said, would really love to have some of those black, like Stargaze, Dire Sight, any of those ways to keep the cards flowing. Daggerfang duo from the opponent. Otherwise, me and my opponents, we're just playing the exact same cards, and it's just a matter of whether or not I can draw my bomb. Banishing Light. I do have a Nettle Guard, so... They are attacking me for a lot, though. Nothing to savor. I don't have to savor right now. Fountain Port. Oh. Wow. Well, this is brutal. All right, let's kill that. I wonder how aggressive they're going to get. They could get super aggressive if they wanted to. All right, let's go. I'm going to attack with this. Okay, I can sack a food, I believe. Okay. Alright, well, we just got a creature for free. That's great. Alright, well, that was exactly the type of exchange that we needed to try to come back from this. And then we're going to try to lean on our flyers to try to win. Alright, what do we have? What do they have for me now? This can make a 1/1 fish. There's no tokens to sack. And then they can make treasures. Okay. So, doesn't do a whole lot on this board. They made a treasure for some reason. And if they attack me with Wix Patrol, I can just block and Savor. That also seems quite nice. I'm going to keep the Savor here for now. Mudflat Village is fantastic. I can use that to get back something. But I'm going to just attack with my flyers. It triggers that. Alright, this is an attack for 7. If they don't block, I do have lethal. Although, no, they have a treasure. They don't have a food. So if they don't block, I can Savor the Daggerfang Duo. And then gain life and pump this, and that would be lethal. So they might just double block my Moonrise Cleric. Or just... Okay. I'm okay with that. Alright, kill 2 things. Play Mudflat Village. The question is whether or not I want to get back Nettleguard, and I think the answer is no. I'm at 12 life. I have a Saver. So I'd rather be able to get back one of these flyers if they draw a removal spell to kill it. Thornplate Intimidator. Interesting. I guess we take 6. That might incentivize them to attack. But I do have a lethal attack next turn, especially because they're tapped out and they don't have a food. So here, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and kill a duo. Just good use of my mana here. Oh, that's also fantastic. I'll just do that instead. Boom. Whew. Okay, I didn't think I was going to be able to come back from this one, but I'm really happy that I did. Gonna take a look at my deck again just to see if I feel like there are any holes, because I won that game, but it didn't feel super impressive. Yeah, okay, let's go both of these. They're a little bit better as the games go along. They work well together, and this is a nice late game card. And then maybe we just cut like a combat trick and a Nettleguard and just try to play maybe a slower, grindier game. I'm going to see if this ends up working out for me instead. And this is because it's not draft, because it's sealed deck, right? Where the games do happen to go a little bit longer in a lot of instances. People play all their removal, the curve's a little bit worse. I don't have the most aggressive deck, so playing enough cheap things just to survive. But I do think my black-white cards do have a good amount of synergy, which is why I'm playing it. I think there is a lot of value in playing Patchwork Banner and getting good value out of it. Turn 2 Pawn Prophet, always a scary thing here, but Moonstone Harbinger was a fantastic draw here. We have 2 of the Harbinger. We just have a bunch of the synergy cards. Clement. Okay, I guess we're killing that. Speed down. Not beating down super hard. I need another creature. Give me another creature. Ooh, 2 swamps. Pawn profit. Okay. So they're just like straight 3 colors. Huh. I think I want to draw action here. So I'm gonna get. I know I have a blue card, but I'd rather draw something I can play this turn. So I'm gonna decline and try to hit a creature here, and just draw a card off the bell, or draw a land. That's also on the table. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Like if I draw a mana source, at least have it be a patchwork banner. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that card's huge. You see, deck, like, I don't appreciate this. I don't appreciate this one bit. I guess I do have a Death Touch creature, so I can just keep that back for the... however you pronounce this card. My question is, do I kill this Pawn Profit? Blue-green has a lot of ways to blink this thing. No, I don't think so. Yep. Drawing another land, not so great here. Well, hopefully they don't have a way to deal with my Harbinger, otherwise we take a lot. Another Pawn Profit, okay. Their deck looks sweet. Mine does not. Okay. I mean, that's a thing. I will attack with both my bats. Go on with the synergies. Okay. Pawn Profit sacking for food? Look at that. It's basically a carrot cake, if you think about it. Like, if you really think about it. So I do have double Death Touch creature. The thing is, this closes out games pretty quickly. Giving all my bats +2/+0 is really, really nice. Oh, Dream Dude. They have so many rares! Not cool! Oh my gosh! Dream Dew Entrancer. At least they didn't draw cards. Granted, they don't really need cards. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Oh my goodness. Bouncing Dream Dew Entrancer? What is this deck? How does one open such cards? I am deeply saddened by this. 3 stun counters? Isn't that just a little much? They're gonna tap this one down too? Oh my gosh. I guess we have to attack. All right. They're at 6 life. That thing has reach for whatever reason. Sure. Alright, well, you know what? If I lose to the Dream Dew Entrancer, Yigra, Clement, double Pawn Profit, block constructed Sultai deck, yeah, so be it. So be it. Alright, we're at 1. What can we even draw here? I need to deal 6 damage. Glide Dive Duo? Savor. Does that get it done? So I block here, savor this, gain life. I can savor, gain 4 life. Like I can savor this, gain 4 life, go to 4, hit them for 4, and they go to 2. I'm dead. I am super dead. Alright. Them's the beats, them's the rares. Wow. Alright. I'm gonna mix it up. That I don't know why, but just the black-white deck has felt underwhelming, and I just feel like this gives us the most power. So I am gonna change things up and go with something that gives me the most power, and I'm playing Barkform Harvester as my last card, just to have another 3-mana card that has some light synergies with everything else that I have. So let's give this one a try. I just feel like, I don't know, that black-white deck felt okay, but it didn't quite have enough synergy to kind of push it over the top. So let's try black-green this time around. I'm also very comfortable playing black-green, so maybe that accounts for something. And like I said, the green cards are certainly powerful. All right. This hand certainly could use a forest or a bell or a patchwork banner. There's the bell. Let's go ahead and get a forest. Do this and pass. That's a Nettle Guard. Okay, and then I'll play this with Offspring. The question is whether or not I just go ahead and just attempt to trade my Recruit for a Nettle Guard. I'm not entirely sure. The thing is, if they tap out, I can just play Savor, right? Oh, okay. Sure. Doesn't matter which they target. But yeah, I mean, this is why Paw Patch Recruit is so good. It's a cheap creature. They use the Hunter's Talent. And I still put 2 counters on my other bunny. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And that's a Lumra. Lumra? I sure hope they don't have a Crumb and Get It. Well, let's see what they do here. If they tick up the Hunter's Talent, then I can certainly just attempt to kill the Nettle Guard. Carrot Cake. Now, do I want to go for a Polywallop, or do I want... just because it's much better use of my mana. And I do have Fell for something bigger. But Polywallop does kill something bigger, so I guess I just savor this. Do I have any forage in my deck? I might just want to crack this food now. Although I do have the Harbingers. But I just want to... like, my opponent has Hunter's Talent too. Oh, wow. I'm just going to get this going. I know it's not killing anything significant, but I get to just put the mana in now, and then next turn I can put, depending on what they do, I could put this up to level 3 and then try to take over. Yeah, black-green deck feels so much more powerful. Just the green cards are so good, right? The green cards are just a cut above. What was I thinking? It was just a depth thing, and I wanted to go for synergy, but this... I just felt like the black-white deck didn't have a whole lot of good late-game plays, and this deck has double Lumra, Hunter's Talent, Hazel's Nocturne, which synergizes really, really well with the Lumras. Lumra? Okay, Nettle Guard from... Ah, okay. Hunter's Talent down. Oh, well. What the... Oh, they did the counter, okay. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, I'm gonna attack with the fish. Right? I'm gonna attack with the fish. So they better kill the Hunter's Talent. Unless they don't want to. They're just gonna take 2 damage instead of killing the... Okay, sure. Well, I have only one play here. Let's play the Lumra. We milled the 3 lands and a Bonebind Orator. Wow. That was a good hit. Oh my gosh. Sure, they can kill the Lumra, but we have 2 removal spells in order. If they exile this, it's worse, but I can still get back Paw Patch Recruit, which is pretty nice. They could have Repel. Repel is fine because I can get it back. I have 9 mana, so 4... I just need to draw a land and I can play it again. Okay. Another Poly Wallop. That doesn't do anything. Oh, this is so good for me. Because now I can kill the Nettle Guard. Oh, sure. Yeah. Because I want to keep the Fel, right? Then I'll pass, so I can use the Orator. End of turn to get back my Lumra. Lumra. Seems better than Paw Patch Recruit here. Does it put it into play tapped? It sure does. Okay. Only hit one card there, but totally fine here. Banishing Light? Not cool. Do I have a way to kill an enchantment? I don't know that I do. I mean, I assume they're gonna attack and then tap down my Harbinger. My thing flies, so I don't see why you wouldn't. Play this. 3, 4. I'm at 15 life. I just don't think this is going to hurt me too much. So I just want to use my mana here. I don't think I need to keep up Polywall up here. I see. Oh, actually, maybe I did because they can tick this up 1. Oh, well. Why are they not attack? I don't understand this. Okay. All right, let's get back Lumra. Wait, where's Lumra? Oh, no! I don't have... Dang. Is it worth it to get back Paw Patch Patrol? Okay, that worked. I guess I'll get it. Just getting in that extra damage with the Harbinger and putting this many creatures in play. And then having a Polywallop plus the Harbinger is still pretty good. So, good board here. Solid cards from the opposition, but we are overpowering them here. Or making an attempt to, at least. Tree Guard Duo does not do much. Neither does the Warren Elder. Okay. So Baker's Bane Duo. Crack a food, and that should be lethal. Okay, 2 and 1. 2 and 1. A lot more Magic to play, but this definitely feels pretty good. Hoping that because it's sealed deck, my opponents won't just be able to have the crazy curves to just kill me, and we'll go about it that way. So we still need 5 more to go, but feeling a little bit better. This deck definitely feels smoother. Or more powerful, at least. It feels more powerful. Sorry. All right. Hey, I got a nice curvy hand here. Paw Patch Recruit into Bonebinder Order, into all kinds of stuff. I think I'm going to wait on the Recruit. Just play the Order turn 2. Turn 3, I can play the Recruit. Druid of the Spade, okay. I think just having this in play right now, early on, is really, really important. It just makes it really hard for our opponent to interact with us. But hey, this is that aggressive start that we were talking about. What can they have here? At instant speed. If they target one of my creatures, if it's a combat trick, that's fine. If they target one of my creatures, I get +1/+1 counters. I see. So that gets indestructible. But I can put 2 counters on the Order, right? Okay. This is why Paw Patch Recruit is kind of absurd. This is why. I will play a Moonstone Harbinger and pass. Our opponent's down to 2 cards. Head of the Homestead. That's a great one, sure. They can't really attack, though. Okay, block. I have a block for this. Do we do something like that? Then the Burrow Guard Mentor can attack. Unless I draw a land to Polywallop. Okay, we drew a land, which is quite good. And I'm going to do this before shenanigans occurs. And then just pass. This is also a frog, so it makes this cheaper, which is nice, and it's good with the Patchwork Banner. So, like I said, mild synergies. Tender Wild Guide is fantastic. Okay, not much for us to do here. This is kind of a problem, the Tender Wild Guides. They eventually just get a little bit out of hand. And our play was really unexciting. We really want to draw lands now. We do have 1 early winter, but man, spending an early winter on a Tender Wild Guide is pretty rough. So the longer this game goes, the bigger this becomes, the more of a problem this becomes. I mean, I'm fine trading this Bark Form Harvester with anything, basically, so. All right. It's a patchwork banner, I guess. What do I name? I just have, like, a motley crew of creatures. What is this? A squirrel? A squirrel? Do we name squirrel? I guess we name squirrel? Just because it... The reason why I named squirrel is because now if they play a rabbit, I can still block the knuckle boxer. Alright, we need to get this loomer going. Then that turns on our Hazel's Nocturne, and that's how we can maybe come back. Get out of town! The hell? So this is that, maybe the rabbit pump spell? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I mean, this is probably rabbit response, but... It could also be overprotect. No, it's rabbit. Oh, they also have Crumb and Get It? That's pretty sick if they do. Yeah, I mean, look, we ran into a draft deck. Them's the beats, and they topped both. Well, at least I think we made the right blocks, but I don't know that it's gonna matter. Okay. Yeah. See, this is the instance where our hand was just a smidge slow, and our opponent is getting us as a result. Even if we play Glide Dive... No, Glide Dive Duo and we're not dead. Right? Yeah, Glide Dive Duo does, and we're not dead, so I guess we play that. And then we can block 2 of these, and then... Obviously, they top, so if they play anything, we're dead. But I'm just saying this is the card that keeps us alive. Like, any rabbit kills us. Okay. I mean, that's the nature of sealed decks. Sometimes you run into decks that don't feel like sealed decks at all. And those are ones that are going to do very, very well. Like the streamlined, aggressive draft decks that look like draft decks are the ones that are going to do really, really well. Or the decks with all the bombs. Okay, well, tough start here. We have to win 5 in a row. I don't know that my deck necessarily has what it takes here, but we will fight the good fight. This is what I mean, though, when I said I felt my deck... This version felt a little bit clunky, but I do think it's very powerful. All right, another green-white deck. Okay. Our hand's looking much better, though. Let's crack the bell if I draw one of my other 2-drops, I guess. Ooh, that is a 2-drop, but... Just gonna go cash grab here. Our opponent kept a hand with nothing to play in the first 4 turns. What the heck? Alright, Mudflat Village seems like the pick, given I didn't hit any creatures, because I have a swamp in my hand. Let's go ahead and attack. Let's play Wick! And if they play a sweeper, we still have Hazel's Nocturne. Oh, did I have the... Oh, maybe I should have taken a green source, although I didn't have any Lumiras in my hand at the time. Head of the homestead, sure. Yeah, but maybe I should have taken a green source. Let's go Hunter's Talent. Keep putting on the pressure. Then I'm gonna hold on to my Fel. I think the Mudflat Village is good, but now obviously I wish I had a forest. They didn't even want to trade with a snail. That's wild to me. Hunter's Talent. Oh, I see. That's why. Okay. Snail down. Forest? Baker's Bane duo. Let's play a Thornplaned Intimidator. They're probably going to take 3. Or discard a card, whatever. Okay. We have 1 card in our graveyard. We still have Fel. Forest would be nice. This doesn't do anything. They could have another bite spell, I guess. They sure do. Alright, well, I feel like I need to kill that, so I will. Let's go Fel. Targeting this. And then I'm going to use my Nocturne to get back both of my creatures. Baker's Bane duo, sure. Yep. If I draw land number 7, that's not a green source. Oh. Yep. They can probably just crack the food, but I mean, Intimidator's still fine, and I just want to keep... They're at 6 life, so... They're at 3. We do this. Oh, no, you know what? That was a mistake. I could have played the duo. Yeah, no, playing the duo was better. Yeah, absolutely should have played the duo. Yeah, big whoops. But they didn't attack me still. All right, trying our best. This no green source is kind of annoying, I will say. All right, let's get these 2 back. They're at 4 life. It's Polywallop. Oh, 1 green source short. Okay, well, we have 2 attackers still. And Thornplate Intimidator should be really good if I can get to 7 lands. Whoa! Why did they gift me a card? Okay. Alright, Glide Dive Duo getting it done. Our opponent's deck was a little bit all over the place, but we're 2-2, so maybe that was a kind of a confidence booster, as we still need to win 4 more in a row here to make it into day 2 of the Arena Open. Come on. At least get to the point where I get some of my gems back, right? That's kind of what I'm hoping for. 1 lander, got a mulligan, sadly. I will keep this. And I will bottom one. I have 4 lands in hand. I know I have this Vren that I can't cast, but I think the upside of being able to find a blue source is too high. Our opponent also mulliganed, which helps us not feel so bad. Would have loved an Uncharted Haven. Alright. Saver is great. A lot of solid draws for our deck right now. Forest is okay, but I want some action. I want to play to the board. Well, that is a... I think they're going to take Hazel's Nocturne over Vren, because Hazel's Nocturne gets it back. That would be my guess. Play a Thornplate Intimidator. It's a 4-mana 4/3 ETB. They take 3. Oh no! Hey, I'm okay with that too. 4-mana 4/3 Ravenous Rats. Sure. I mean, it does mean that they're super flooded, but 2/5. Not cool. What the? We actually drew it? Well, certainly playing it. Am I okayed with the Nightwhirl Hermit trade into a rat? No, I don't think so. But now we're, in a position where if I find a removal spell, that's quite nice, right? Just like a Poly Wallop would be very, very good. This also has Ward 2, so it's kind of hard to kill. Alright, Glide Dive Duo is fine. I can't do anything now. Removal? No. Alright, well, I'm feeling less good about this spot. My top decks are pretty solid, but because they have Mind Drill Assailant, they can Surveil every turn. Alright, that is a Bark Form Harvester. What does this do? Can't be blocked by creatures of power 2 or greater. I have these 2. Oh, wait, no, I can block with my Harbinger. But they can blink it? Oh my gosh, they're living the dream here. What's their green for? I really need to find a removal spell. And if I do, and when I do, it might be the Dowerport Mage. I don't know. So what does this turn into? Just a 2/2? Is this what happens? It's a confusing card. I take 1, I guess. With no abilities. I'll play a Glide Dive Duo. And pass. No, so this is pretty bad now because they have Dowerport Mage. They just have all the mana sinks. Like, they can start bouncing Glide Dive Duo and drawing cards. And that's going to be really, really hard for us to beat. We have like 6 removals. We have like Polywallops and Fells, and so we just really need to find something to kill this Dowerport Mage. I mean, they're gonna bounce it anyways. I don't know why. I guess because they figured they're bouncing it anyways, they can do this. Oh, maybe they have a combat trick? What if I double block? I guess if I double block, they can bounce it. Sure. Patchwork Banner. I guess I should name Rat. Because, alright. Oh, we got in for some damage at least. More Surveils. They kept on top, which is very bad for us. Second blue source. This might be the bounce spell. Or the Kidnap. This could be Kidnap. Oh, early winter, okay. Very, very good. Maybe they don't know my Bark Form Harvester has reach. They know. They know. Bonebind Orator. That is not a rat. I'm just trying to see if I can set them up for a bad block, but I didn't. Yeah. Our draws are not the greatest here. We have a lot of good draws. We just haven't found any. It looks like an Upkeep Surveil. Is that honestly better than using the Dowerport Mage to bounce your thing to draw a card? Like, I don't know that they see that line. I guess they want to hit threshold for the assailant. Just like attack with the Beastbinder, bounce it, and then play it again. Right? That's 4 mana, draw a card. What you got? Admittedly, this Beastbinder hasn't even been that impressive. It's just, it's whatever. There we go. That's something, right? It's at least something. Whoa, it got a Mudflat Village. That's awesome. I should probably start shuffling like my removal spells back in and my Hazel's Nocturnes. All right, so they have threshold. Okay, they have lots of unblockables. They're gonna... Well, no, see, that's the thing. If they try to target my Lumra by attacking with the Beastbinder, then I can get them with the... I can block with the Harbinger. Now, they can bounce it with the Dowerport Mage, but then, you know, yeah, okay. Let's go... Hazel's Nocturne. Hunter's Talent. Oh, my. That seems amazing. Well, I'm going to target the Dowerport Mage because it's the only thing I can actually kill. So... Oh, I also have a Mudflat Village. I can get back an Intimidator or a Glide Dive Duo. Or Lumra. This hits so extremely hard. I can turn this into what? An 11-11? Or an 11-10? And they can kill it if they block with everything. And do I have a good... Oh, I'm like 1 damage short of like doing everything that I want. I think it's still worth. Let's attack. This doesn't do anything. Oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Just because I can't mudflat village it back. Oh, I can't mudflat village it back anyways. So I want to kill the assailant. Oh, no, I can just kill all the cards on the left. Right? I attack for 11. Yeah, let's just do that. I think just a singular 5/5 I can handle. So a little 3-for-1 here with Lumra. And then I can get back... What can this get back? Bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel. So I can get back the Thornplate Intimidator. But I can wait on that. I want to just tick this up to level 4. And then pass. Alright, they're doing the upkeep surveil stuff. Yeah, definitely getting back Thornplate Intimidator, because I can do it for... I can offspring it, and then it triggers the Hunter's Talent. Daggerfang Duo is okay. Alright, we've stabilized. Wow. Alright. They can't really attack us. Let's get back the Intimidator. Let's kick it. Or whatever. Offspring, I guess. Oh, also this is naming rats. I forgot about that. Okay, let's play a land. Let's attack. And let's pass. I could have dealt an extra point of damage here, but I chose against it. I can do that next turn. Like, that's a line I can do next turn. All right. They had a good number of filler cards. They did have kind of an annoying start. I think they could have probably drawn a few more cards off that 2-mana rare that they had, but we are now... this is our winning in for 1,000 gems. Okay? But, of course, we still want to win 3 in a row to try to make it into day 2. All right, on the play here, oof. This hand's expensive. I don't know if I can ever mulligan just 2 lands, but I need to draw lots of lands here to have this hand actually function, so maybe it's not a keep. I have 16 lands, a cash grab, and a bell. Okay. That was certainly good. No need to attack. One more land, okay? One more land, and at least I can play the Intimidator and then do some Nocturne stuff. Oh, are they representing Saver? I don't know. It looked like they were representing a Saver. Or it was just a good attack. Oh, sure. That also works. I'm going to discard the 6-drop, given I have 3 lands. I mean, if they have another Thoughtstalker Warlock, so be it. But I will just take the 2 from the Warlock. Don't have another one. Warren Elder. Wait, it didn't tap the village. What are you splashing? What are you splashing? I guess we shouldn't really attack. I mean, if I didn't draw a land, I guess Saver was one of the better things I could find. I guess they're no, they're not splashing that. I don't know. Just straight 3 colors, I guess. Wow. I'm a little bit surprised that they did that. Block here, I guess? Can this block something? I guess it can block the Warlock, but I don't really want it to do that. I don't actually know if what I did was correct, to be honest. Do I want to just get this Warlock off the battlefield? Or just kill the Elder in response? Or have this trade with the Elder? A lot of good options. I think I want to minimize the damage I take, so let's just do that. Alright, drawing a land was good. And then let's attack. Our opponent is a brave soldier. A brave soldier indeed. I guess I shouldn't have attacked. Because now they get to attack for 1 for free. Wow, they're just Esper? Do they have to target? Is that what happens? Oh, okay. I see. Alright. I'll play your game. Hazel's Nocturne should be pretty good here. Our opponent's land game, though, is pretty good. Waxwing Witness. No way to gain life yet, though. Let's get these 2 back. Alright, and then we have this into Glide Dive Duo. And then I could attack here. But I'll wait. Alright, they're down to 1 card. Oh, it's a very good one, though. It's Castrol. They don't have any birds. Whenever 1 or more birds you control deal damage, things happen. So I probably want to name bats with this. Bat. And then I'll play Baker's Bane Duo, and then pass. This way, if they use the Beastbinder on my Harbinger... Oh, why did I play the banner? Oh, that was... I don't know why I did that. They have a freaking Nettle Guard in play. Yeah. Well, they're gonna get 1 trigger with the Castrol. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we block here. And then this blocks... I can just take 3, I guess. Just to not get completely blown out. I see. Okay. Because they could have sacked this and given everything Death Touch, so I'm glad I didn't block there. Paw Patch Recruit being very good. What can they get back? A Thoughtstalker Warlock. That's pretty good. They don't have to make the decision now, though. All right, that was fantastic, because now we can go Lumra. And then that makes our Hazel's Nocturne way better. We hit a land. We can attack with Intimidator and pass. I mean, I'm happy trading the Intimidator for anything, so. Okay. That's certainly going to hit something. Ooh, Glide Dive Duo. Very, very good hit. Oh, are they going to trade with the Witness? No. Oh, it's only on your turn. Okay. I'm going to kill the... Yeah, I'm going to kill the Flyer. I don't think this Beast... The Beastbinder is pretty bad against Paw Patch Recruit. And I have two things that deal with Flyers. Like, if they use the Beastbinder on one of my cards, then I can just take care of it with the other. So... Moonstone Harbinger is kind of annoying, though. What can I get back? I have the Orator. I have Hazel's Nocturne. Hazel's Nocturne can get back a couple of things. I can also cast Cash Grab. Maybe I just do that. All right, and there's a Harvester, but I think I'm going to just go with the Harbinger. We have infinite ways to gain life. No great attacks. Pass. I'm going to start cracking some of these foods. I mean, I have 4 of them in play, so... I mean, I'll block, whatever. It's fine. I have a Death Toucher in play. Wait, does this have Death Touch? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. 14 cards left in my deck. Play a land. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get back 2 things. Wick doesn't seem especially good here. Although Wick plus the... No. I mean, Harbinger seemed like the thing that I want for the most part. And with all the foods, I think the Harbinger is just going to be super, super good. I mean, they are at 15. Okay. And then I have Bonebind Order to get something back too, so... Have lots and lots of options here. Wow, they had the counter for that? Lame. Okay. I'm at 19. All right, we'll wait. Wow, that counter. Our opponent's drawing super well. What can they get back? Okay. This seems crazy to me. I guess they have the Warren Elder? Alright. Oh. Well, I guess that's one reason to attack with Lumra, right? Six, okay. All right, I'll trade there. Okay. All right, hit 3 lands. It's a 13-13, so Hunter's Talent would be amazing. We still have it in our deck. They have one card that they just drew. We have a Bonebinder Order to get something back. They got back that. Okay, so that means they're playing that. Okay, sure. That doesn't do a whole lot. They do have a Death Touch creature, so for this one, I probably don't want... And I don't want to play it again because it's a must. So if anything, I want to get back something else. And the best card is like a Glide Dive Duo, maybe. Right? Glide Dive Duo might be the thing that I want to get back. This Death Touch creature is really annoying. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get back Glide Dive Duo. Oh, I can get Thornplate Intimidator. Maybe that's better. Just with all the mana that I have, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so they're gonna take 6. And then we get to attack with Baker's Bane Duo. Do I want to attack with the Harbinger? And just have it trade with anything? Like a Glide Dive Duo? That seems like a decent trade. Okay. It's not like I have any other bats in play. All right, they're at 6. We have Lumra. We just need to kill the Harbinger. Oh, they played another Death Touch creature. We have the 2/3 Squirrel. Oh, it's in the graveyard. I needed to get this back. Did I use both my Hazel's Nocturnes? I did. Oh, was that the misplay? Maybe? Although if I draw the Hunter's Talent, it's still just game over. And that's a Polywallop, so that's really, really good as well. So I can attack with this and Polywallop whatever blocks it and then just attack with all the other stuff. Intimidator trades with something. The Baker's Bane Duo does not. Honestly, I think my best bet is just waiting till, my best bet is just waiting till, I draw the Hunter's Talent. 12, 13, 14. I have 2 lands left in my deck and Hunter's Talent. How many Polywallops do I have left? I also have a Polywallop. Mudflat Village. Oh, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Because now I can just get back the Barkform Harvester. Actually, they're at 6. I just get back the Intimidator, right? That should do it. I don't know why it tapped. Oh, it didn't tap all my black. All right. Like, sack a permanent or take 3, right? Pump, sack Elder? Okay. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. Okay, so now we have gems. Now we have gems, and we still need to win like 3 more. It's nuts. No, I gotta win 2 more. Okay. We're 5-2. This, we're making a pretty deep run with an okay deck. Let's keep it going. Some good, long, grindy games. And I think our deck, this green-black deck, is much better suited for games that go long. So, pretty happy with this decision. Do I hold off on the bell? This is just like really odd. Like, do I just play it turn 1 or do I wait or... Like, I don't have the blue card. I have 4 lands. Do I really want to go fetch a 5th land? I don't think so. But if I wait a turn for if I wait a couple of turns for information, is that fine by missing out on the mana? By missing out on playing a turn 1? I think so. Our opponent rolled a 5. Because next turn I can play Baker's Bane Duo, and then I can delay this for a following turn. So, like, given that I drew land number 5, there's just no chance I'm getting an island, unless I specifically draw Vren next turn. Oh, Patchwork Banner was nice. I'm gonna name Rat. Wait, what? Does this make a rat? No, it doesn't. It makes a snail. Whoops. Should I have named Snail? I can get a blue source so I can sack this, but I'm gonna just not do that. Finch formation, okay. That's fine. Alright, we drew the island anyways, so we can actually do the thing. Should I have named Snail? Well, if I named Snail, I would have to be able to use this. Oh my gosh, okay, never mind. Beza. If I don't have more lands. I have more life. They gain 4 life. Draw a card if opponent has more. I don't have more cards. Alright. We'll see what happens. So they gain 4 and make 2 1/1 fish tokens. That was damn good. Alright, let's draw a card. Glide Dive Duo is not bad as it's a flyer. Yeah, I think maybe I named the wrong thing. Oh well. Look at this thing. Maybe I should have named Snail. Oh, I can kill the flyer. Oh, and this is a snail. That's all very interesting. Oh, I can fling for 4 and draw 4 cards. I want to do that. Vanishing Light. I feel like that's worth. I mean, granted, they're going to be able to attack me for a good amount this turn. 6, but I'm okay with that. We just got to draw a gazillion cards, so... Alright, let's do this. And then play the Harbinger. Attack. Okay. So we have the Harbinger, we have Hazel's Nocturne, a bunch of mana. This is on Rat, we have the Intimidator. Okay. Wow, I did not think I would actually activate Wick's ability. with the bark form harvester. That's pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts. So we have several ways to gain life and a bunch of mana, and our opponent's kind of stuck on land, so... and we just drew 4 cards. So still liking our position here a good amount, despite them playing one of the better rares in the format. All right, so they pass with like a bunch of mana up. They have a bird in play. What do I do? I'm going to play the Intimidator. Like, yeah, they could have a counterspell, but if they don't, this is really strong. And if they counter this next turn, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I can play Glide Dive Duo plus Hazel's Nocturne, which I also think is strong. So, and it's a rat, so it's a 5/4. And these Paw Patch recruits, I bet, are being extremely annoying. They took 3. Okay. Wow, turn 4, they just have nothing. I wonder if they have the Wrath. The Wrath would be bad. Okay, Driftbloom Coyote. That's not too bad. It's because now I can pump my other things. The question is, what do I want to pump? I think putting counters on the Harbinger seems super nice. Okay, another Hazel's Nocturne. I'm gonna play Glide Dive Duo here. Yeah. Okay, and then we can get that back with the Hazel's Nocturne. So much card advantage. It's kind of nuts. Our opponent in a very tough spot. They're going to go down to 6, and the next turn I can basically just attack with everything. And this is 4 damage in our hand, too. And the fact that we can get back the Thornplate Intimidator, right? That's more damage, right? It's like either you take the damage or you discard 2 cards. So, plenty to do there. Finch formation, pretty weak here. All right, let's get back these 2. Sure. Okay, they're at 6 life. They have to block both of these flyers. All right. All right, and then we just cast Hazel's Nocturne, and this should be the game. That's okay. Now it's no longer the game. It's a really tough spot that they're in. Yep, and we just cast... What do I get back? Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh. And here we are. 6 and 2. Hopefully, please, can I get there on my first try? Please. 6 and 2. Playing for day 2. Come on. Come on, deck. Come on. Let's get a nice draw. I'd like some of my cheap plays. I want just a smooth draw. Okay, this is a smooth draw. Our opponent's on the play. 5, 5, 5. Okay, I don't want to be that guy. But, all right. 7 card hand from the opponent and 7 card hand from us. What do you have? Turn 1, Bone Cash Overseer. Very, very strong. I'm not going to play out the Paw Patch Recruit. We are playing for day 2. Oh, no, we are up against a Squirrel deck. Okay, let's discard... I can discard 2 cards or a non-land card. Yeah, let's discard the reach creature. All right, and then let's play Baker's Bane Duo. This card can be a problem in the late game, I guess. Doesn't do that much right now. Let's see what else they have. Oh, they have Bone Cash Overseer plus Heaped Harvest, which is quite strong. All right, they can't attack me. Attack. Next turn, I can go Patchwork Banner into Cash Grab. Depending on what they play, I have to figure out what I want to name with this. I have a Bat here, which seems pretty good. Warrior also seems quite nice, right? Maybe it's Warrior. It pumps 3 things. But we shall see what they do. They can try to do the ramp thing, but I feel like they want to add something to the board here if possible. Yep, Corpseberry Cultivator. Oh, sure. And then they can forage away the Heaped Harvest and then draw a card. And that becomes a 3/4 as well. So great synergies here going on for the opponent. All right, maybe a removal spell for the Cultivator would be pretty good. It would let me force through a lot of damage. I could also name Squirrel to attack. Warrior seems great, though. But I can't do anything this turn. So we'll pass. Hopefully we can use Cash Grab to find our 6-drop. That would be very good. And hopefully maybe they have some removal spells in hand. Hazel's Nocturne wouldn't be a bad draw. We got 2. Oh, they have Vren. Okay. Yeah, that's extremely good. Now their removal gets better, right? It's like the 2+1/+1 counters gets counteracted by the fact that they get a rat. Draw a card, create a food. Okay. Yep, their deck is amazing. Their deck is very good. They get to also draw with the Bone Cash Overseer. Like, this is a problem. They're pulling ahead on cards. All right. There's the Hunter's Talent. There is the Hunter's Talent. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got what? Ward 2? I mean, I'm certainly going to take it. But I'm just a little bit short. Oh, I drew Polywallop. 4, 5, 6. Oh, that works! Okay, Polywallop works. Because I definitely want to get this Vren off the battlefield. And attack for 7. All right, got them down to 8, and then we still have Hunter's Talent available. We have actually Moonstone Harbinger into Hunter's Talent, which is really good, right? We can use the Death Touch to finish them off. But I do have to be mindful of the number of cards I have in my hand as well. All right, so they can forage and still hit me, but they're at 8 life. I think they might want to keep this back. And I need to win off the power of the Hunter's Talent. But Yeah, they're going to forage here and then draw another card. The Bone Cache Overseer has been amazing, but I probably still want to just kill the Cultivator here. Oh. They didn't activate the Bone Cache Overseer. And they have 4 mana available. I don't think I do anything here. They didn't even level up the Bandit's Talent. That's just such a suspicious pass. That is such a suspicious pass. Sinister Monolith. Okay. Like, how are you just passing with everything? For me, though, I can't leave mana on the table. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go for this. You know, they could have an Overprotect, sure. But... okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Let's go with... I'm going to lose some life. Polywallop, okay. Trample. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have to block with the Bone Cache Overseer as well. No, this is lethal. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What an amazing comeback. We started out black-white. We started out 1-1. We started out, what, 2-2. And we were English. We were able to rattle off 5 wins in a row by changing sealed decks, recognizing our mistake, and choosing to play a slower sealed deck that's looking to go to the late game, which is honestly probably how you're supposed to build sealed anyways. But like I said, sealed deck is not my expertise, but we made the proper adjustment and we got there. That is an amazing feeling. I'm so glad that my Saturday has been opened up and I don't have to tell the wife and kids that I'm gonna have to record 10 of these videos to try to make it into day 2. We got it on our very, very first attempt. And there you go. Take a look at the deck here. I was a little bit concerned about my early plays, but keep in mind, you know, I did have 4 3s with the banner. This ramps me. I had 2 2s, but I also had a Fell and a Saver. So it's kind of like 4 2s. And then the cash grab also allows us to try to find something to play on turn 3. With this specific combination of cards, this just set us up really well for the late game. The Harbingers are great blockers in the early game. Pod Patch Recruit. We're just playing all of our great cards. Hunter's Talent is busted. Lumra is busted. Pod Patch Recruit is also busted. So, you know, when in doubt, play all of your busted cards. Then we got the Splash for the Vren. Our black was very deep. We had some good removal spells and cards that let us get into the late game. And we were able to get it done and make it into day 2. And I'm really, really looking forward to day 2 because I like draft a lot more than I like sealed because I feel like you have a lot more agency when it comes to how good your deck's gonna be because it's all about reading the signals, finding your lane, and drafting the best deck you can for your lane. Whereas with sealed, it's you open 6 packs and you try to make the most of it. That's not to say sealed is not skill intensive. It's just I have a lot more experience drafting, so I'm really, really excited to make day 2 for a shot at $2,000. All right, so these are the stakes for tomorrow, and I will go over them again tomorrow, but here's basically the gist of it. I get to do 1 draft. So the first video is going to be draft 1. If I go 3-1 or 4-0, I make it into the second draft, okay? Once I make it into the second draft, if I'm 3-1, in the second draft, you play 4 rounds. You have to win all 4 of them. If you do, you make $2,000. If you win 3 rounds, you make $1,000. That's how that works. But if you go 4-0 in the first pod, it's very important because if you go 4-0 in the first pod, then you have a loss to give in the second draft. So you can go 3-1 and still make $2,000. So what does that mean? It means that 7 wins is the magic number tomorrow. If you go 7-1 or better, you will make $2,000. We've done this exactly once, our very first attempt, and hopefully we can do it again in tomorrow's draft and then the draft afterwards for the 7-1. But I'm really looking forward to it and hope we can get it done with our tried and trusty squirrels. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. And finally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Go to tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below. And finally, for Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's draft.